Hello everybody and welcome back to the K&B Music Den. My name is Keith and my loyal faithful subscribers know that I recently moved. So I needed to find a new spot for my magazines, my box sets, and my music books. Now as you know, in the old house I had a designated room that was the music room. That was just for all my records, CDs, and all the stuff you're about to see. But not quite as much space in this house for the music. My wife has been gracious enough to allow me to have the records along the wall in the living room, which I'll show you at some point, and then the CDs around the other side of the wall, which I'll show you at some point. But today is all about the magazines, music books, and my box sets, which I love. So I'm going to walk you around here, and we're going to take a look. So, starts off with, I figured I just started throwing the magazines up here, and kind of had them in an order. I have the Ultimate Music Guides, which are put out by Uncut, the magazine from the UK. So all the different artists, you know, that they put out, I don't have everyone they've ever done, but most of them, you know, just examples here: Radiohead, the Eagles. I showed you that Roxy Music one that was put out more recently. They just put out one for the Yardbirds. I'm keeping an eye out for that, so I'll probably get that one too. But then all the Uncuts. So this isn't the most recent. The two or three most recent I have upstairs still that I'm still looking through, but this is a fairly recent one with Neil Young on the cover. They had a special on David Bowie, Bob Dylan recently. So they are all, of course, not alphabetically, time-wise. What am I trying to say? You know, chronological. There you go, chronological order. Wow, it's past 9 o'clock here, so deal with me. So they're all down here, and then I have my American songwriters down there. Got a bunch of different miscellaneous ones that I just did A through Z, like Bad Company, Beatles, different special edition kind of magazines. So those are cool, at least in my opinion. So now, and here are my history of rock. So they did 74, I don't know what year they stopped, but I do 1974, which is the year of my birth. And then I stopped at 1988, which has REM on the cover here, if you can see that. I don't want to pull that out. But and then as you notice up top here, the top shelf starts to wrap around with my box sets. I kind of did an A through Z type thing as best I could. So of course, our guy Ryan Adams here, I got the Love Is Hell box set, 3 LP with the extra songs. The deluxe edition of Heartbreaker, and the cassette that Brad gave me, remember folks, of the album FM. So, and then it just wraps around. I got Fiona Apple Deluxe. This is actually, I think, a cassette box set of Aerosmith, Pandora's Box. Bon Jovi, bunch of Garth Brooks sets. Birds, Coldplay. And then as you wrap around here, you got Elvis Costello. I was in a thrift store a while back, and they had all of these great classical music, and it comes... Each one inside comes with a book. So this is Bach, for example, but it's beautiful packaging, and it's all just amazing information about Bach and his life and times and his biography, and about each song that's, you know, on the CD. But these were like, I think they were $2 each. And I got, you know, all the biggies: Bach, Beethoven, Brahms, Chopin, Gershwin, Handel, Schubert, Strauss, Tchaikovsky. So to have all, that's all the classical I'll ever need in my entire collection right there. I found in one day, just sitting there, pristine condition. So wraps around, you got The Cure, you got Def Leppard, you got Genesis, both years, you know, both eras, from 76 and 82, 83, 98. Vince Gill, huge Hall & Oates fan, got that. Elton John, my mom got me the jewel box with the big book and the CDs, fantastic. Journey 3 CD set. Hal Ketchum, one of my other videos, I told a story about when I was in my car accident, and that gospel song of Hal Ketchum that's on this album was playing. So interesting. I won't get into all that right now. But so Paul McCartney here, and then so I'll show you that now. It wraps back down around here. So you got M, and then we're going to N, P. So you got Nirvana, Tom Petty. This is just a Graham Parsons. It's kind of in a cool packaging. It's just one live CD from '73. He's got Emmylou Harris with him there. Really cool, like old school packaging. See that? Put the disc right in the cardboard box. Really, really cool. So, and then I got of course, my Beatles box set here in the middle, which doesn't go with the A through B, but it's kind of the centerpiece of everything because it's Beatles. So, and then you got the Police, Rolling Stones, the one that Brad gave me. Remember, guys, mono box set. REM, Rolling Stones, and then I'll shift over here, and then we go through the rest of the alphabet here. Paul Simon, who just put out a new album today. Brad and I are going to review that very soon. Simon and Garfunkel, lots of Springsteen. Okay, I got the Sufjan Stevens Christmas box set, which is cool. Traveling Wilburys, Rod Stewart, U2. And tucked in here, I got Wilco. Okay, remember that's one of the ones that Brad stole when we did our video where he was Brad the Thief stealing my box sets. If you haven't watched that one, check it out, folks. Appreciate it. Now, we go back. Okay, so we did the magazines, did the box sets. Now, the books, okay? So as you see, the top shelf here, it's all Beatles and Beatles related, like Paul McCartney, for example, lyrics. Got that from my mother-in-law, actually, so thank you. Here's a bunch of Beatles books. I got the Get Back, the newest Get Back book, and the anthology. Both I got those from my mom, so appreciate that. And then as you work your way down the shelf here, it's just kind of random. You got greatest albums, the 100 greatest albums of each of the decades, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. You got, you know, all your rock books, 100 record covers, 1,000 record covers, excuse me. I got that from my mother-in-law as well. And then some other books here. You got Rush, The Police, Def Leppard, Eagles, Michael Jackson here, just some other books. These little books, which are cool, which, like Hendrix, for example, goes through his discography, talks about every song. Very cool. So I got Hendrix, Zeppelin, REM, and Rolling Stones for that series. The complete guide to, etc. Very good. And then you roll down to the next shelf. Just got some more books. You got that really cool Ryan Adams and the Cardinals book there. Tom Petty. You got the John Oates, which I read that a while ago. It's very good. The John Oates biography. Paul Simon book there too, as he puts out the album today, like I said. Wilco, Pearl Jam, Nick Drake. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. Lots of handwritten lyrics, essays, pictures. Fantastic Nick Drake book there. Yeah, another big Springsteen book back there. Elvis Costello, Tom Petty, Phil Collins. And then down on the bottom shelf, you got Joni Mitchell, David Bowie, U2, bunch of REM books, Pearl Jam, The Doors, and the puppy. Look at the puppy! Look at the puppy! There's my buddy. There's my buddy Midnight. He wants to get in the video. But there it is, folks. My new setup. I really like the way this is just the way these shelves were when we moved in. And I just kind of tried to envision, okay, how would everything look? How would it go? I like the way it turned out with the box sets wrapping around the top here, the magazines all through here. There's organization, there's method to my madness here. There's different types of magazines that are in different piles together. This pile here, for example, has a bunch of like special editions, like Classic Rock did 100 Greatest Albums of the 60s, 80s, and then they also did 90s. You see, and then they also did like they do different ones like 150 Greatest Debut Albums of All Time. And then Rolling Stone did the 100 Greatest Artists of All Time with little essays by different, you know, stars, music stars that are paying homage to their favorites. But yeah, see, I'm very, very anal about putting them back in the exact order that they were in. So, and then you see, by the way, I have some of my instruments that you guys probably know. I'm a songwriter and a musician, so got my stuff here too. So, all right, well, thanks for checking this out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As I always say, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it on social media, smash the bell for notifications, and we will be back real soon. I'll be with Brad. We're going to be reviewing some of the new releases, tons of new releases this weekend. So check out all the great new music, and we'll be talking to you real soon. Thanks, guys. See you soon.